Larry Huffman,
Bruce Flanders,
Harry Ike Clanton, Scott Lee Delisio. These are the announcers of Southern California Speedway. The first announcers at Speedway was Larry Huffman and Bruce Flanders. Larry Huffman led the Costa Mesa Fairgrounds every Friday night. Larry razzled and dazzled everyone with a hop. He gave a lot of riders names. He was electrifying. He got the crowd going crazy. And he interviewed Gene, the dancing machine, and Sumner McKnight. He was just a famous Hall of Famer. He will work for food during the strike. He was a special guy dressed in the tuxedos. He's retired now, living in Big Bear, California. A Hall of Famer, a superstar in announcing. Larry's considered the greatest Speedway announcers of all time.
I'm Hall of Fame announcer Larry Huffman with a special message for Holly Sunderland from your husband Boogie, which is a strange name for a man. It's your 11th anniversary, and Boogie wanted me to wish you a happy anniversary. He says he fell in love with you on your first date over a cup of coffee at Starbucks, that cheap bastard. But you've raced with him. You've gone to Mexico. In fact, you go to Mexico just to drink the water. You're that tough. You're so fast, you play ping pong by yourself. You have 3 kids, and he's madly in love with you. So, Holly, have a nitro-burning, fire-breathing, tire-scorching, 3-second funny car anniversary from Boogie and me.
The next Southern California announcer we're going to talk about is the legendary Bruce Flanders. Rest in peace, Bruce Flanders. Bruce Flanders got his starting announcing at Salt Lake, at the dry lake. And he went ahead and raced Speedway for a few years. And he kept his old Speedway uniform. Bruce Flanders was the voice of Speedway. And he was a great announcer. There's Jack Milne. And there's Bruce the Fox Penhall. Bruce had such a great voice. He had that banter, that baritone voice. Gene, the dancing machine. And Bruce just was beloved by everybody, including his family, his brothers. And he just is sorely missed. Bruce Flanders, he announced all the motorsport venues. He did everything, cars, motorcycles, anything there was. He also did the Grand at Industry Hills for many years. Bruce Flanders was beloved. For like 5 years, Terry and Bruce, they ran the Haunted Saloon. They had famous celebrities. They taught people about the Wild West. And they had celebrities like Bruce Penhall, Brad Oxley, and they had the famous Daredevil, Evel Knievel. One of the funniest moments that I remember about Bruce is I was working on my bike at the Grand. He was the announcer before at the Grand in Los Angeles. And I was working on my bike and he came up to me and said, "Hey, Brian, how much do you weigh?" And I said, like 255. Why, Bruce? And he said, "Thank you." And he walked away. And then that night, when the races were going on, this is what Bruce had to say.
And then number 77 of Brian Buffington. Now, Buffington's been riding this sport a while. He does real well at it. And he has the big boys in his hand. Brian Buffington is not your basic 5'4", 130-pound speedway racer. Brian Buffington's well over 6 foot, weighs 255. He starts from the number 3 spot. If we had such a position as tackle, Buffington would be my first choice. Hernandez is on a pole, I do believe. No, Martinez is on a pole. Buffington's in 3 for sure, and I'll have the rest for you in a moment. Dawson Berry. Berry got left at the line. Buffington's out in front. Buffington in front. Buffington just muscling that thing to the front. 269 Ed Martinez in the second place spot. 150 Damon Berry recovering from a bad start. Berry can't settle for third place. Berry's got to go for the lead. The other one getting a little loose there. 232 Doss. White flag. Buffington's gone. Full straightaway in front. Martinez second, Berry third. That's a key spot. Second place.
when he was asked about the deadly COPD he was diagnosed with 12 years ago. "They call my disease progressive, but that's just another word for terminal," he said in an interview before the Grand Prix in 2019. "I know how this will end eventually. I just take deep breaths and keep on going as long as I can." When he was first diagnosed with the disease in 2008, he said one doctor told him he had only 18 months to live. With his ever-present sense of humor, Flanders added, "I've been trying to make a liar out of him ever since." Last year, he made the climb up the stairs to the booth to announce the race for the 42nd year. "How would you recognize him?" He said he would be the guy, with the handlebar mustache and a hose up my nose. The hose was attached to a 4-pound, portable oxygen concentrator, which became the permanent companion on his shoulder. When you heard his booming voice over the public address system, you would have no idea he had such a serious respiratory disease. Michaelian said Flanders was ready to announce this year's race but said he might need an elevator or some other assist to get to the announcing booth.
Bruce Flanders and Terry Clanton, they had a special relationship, a bond. They had worked at that Long Beach Grand Prix for so many years. And when Bruce passed away, Terry Clanton was heartbroken. Sadly, after Bruce's passing, Terry took over at the Grand and he was the announcer. But Terry told me, "I'm going to let Bruce announce as long as possible." He was a loyal friend. Terry has been announcing at Costa Mesa for years, doing a fabulous job. He's very beloved there. He's very famous. And he took over for Bruce at the Industry Hills at the Grand. Speedway at Costa Mesa rocks. Terry Clanton does an amazing job. He has just a fabulous voice. He's just electrifying, good personality. Everybody loves him. And there's Jean Pink. She loves Terry too. While Terry Ike was announcing at the Industry Hills at the Grand, this crazy guy, he dressed up in this chicken costume and he did the chicken dance. Speedway is crazy.
Yo ho, pirates. No, it's the Wild West. It's Terry Ike.
All right, Here we are live in Tombstone, Arizona. It's Wild West days. And look who I got here with me.
Turco Paco, the Tombstone Bandito.
How you doing?
Doing good.
Let me take my glasses off here so I can see you.
Getting old.
Yeah?
Getting old. Not
Say hi to everybody, though. You got a lot of fans on my Facebook page.
Hi, everyone. I'm hanging in there, getting old, but still above dirt.
And you're going to be in the parade today?
I'm going to try to be in the parade today, but I might have to put some people in the dirt today. You know,
Do you have your knife with you?
It's no.
And it's got blood on it, right?
Well, that's the last guy that didn't want to cooperate with me.
Hold it up and show you can see it here.
It's my Arkansas toothpick. Here. He had nice red blood, you know, but he was young. And we painted Ike's barn. And then it turned brown because, when the blood gets old, it gets brown.
Are you still messing with rattlesnakes?
Still have rattlesnakes, yes. I have rattlesnake, and I still lecture, and I still do consultation on venomous snake bite.
Last but not least, we have Scott Lee Delisio. He was the announcer at Paris Speedway back in the early 90s when they had Speedway. Now he's the announcer of the car racing. He's going to tell you how to get to the track at Paris. He's still working at Paris. He loves that place.
The fairgrounds charges $10 for parking. If you don't know where the racetrack is, It's on the Lake Paris Fairgrounds. Take the 215, exit at the Ramona Expressway, and go 3 miles east of the fairgrounds. And the racetrack will be on your left side.
I love Scott's voice. He's just great. He was an announcer at Paris when I was racing. I lived in the city of Paris. I was a hometown guy, and Scott was announcing. Here are the 4 stars we have in this show. They are just amazing. And Scott is also amazing. He does a lot of photography at Speedway, too, in the past. And he's an announcer for the cars at Paris Auto Speedway. That's in Paris, California. You know how to get there. Just get off that expressway.